Greetings all, greetings. Right. Taking a little walk in the neighborhood. Cold this morning. You can almost see the frost on the grass. Hmm. One or two of them. One, two of them. Hmm. Yep, taking a walk, listening to the birds, airplanes, and all the other sounds that kind of calm me down and relax me. Give me some measure of relaxation. From the constant bombardment of what people call news. But it's not news, it's well, they call it news, so it's news. News is just a description of events, so as per the people who report it, or a dictionary version of it. So let's go a little bit south. Here they come around with a truck and pick up oh, a new puppy. They used to have these small ones. Now there's a big guy. There's a big guy now. People are still at it. Oh, and more new houses. When we came to this neighborhood, it used to be like that over there and that over here. These two houses were the only house here, and all of this was trees back there, and that house was the only house there. That one down there was the only house there, and all the trees that you're seeing there, that's the way how all around here looked. But as with all things, time brings change. Time and people and change. So keep on moving. Oh, look at the trees now. All the leaves on the trees, even the bamboo trees. Lost their leaves in the cold. The bamboo trees have lost them. New roof going on. Looks like they're rebuilding the house. Yeah. Might have been sold. So they're redoing the house. Inside and out. Another house going up. This is how houses are built. Here in Florida. They raise up the foundation with dirt. Then they do this. And then they put in all the plumbing. This is all the plumbing that's going into the house. Looks like a toilet here. Kitchen over there. That one's going outside the walls, the side of the house. Another bathroom over here. On that side, I think that might be the kitchen there. It's a bathroom here. Oh no. But all this is PVC, a type of PVC that you can see right through it. And after they install this, they pressurize it to see where it leaks. And there's the pressure, and it's holding the pressure. Pressurized, I think 40 psi, 40 to 50 psi. But this is how houses built. And they look, after they check the pressure, then oh, that way over the kitchen. The kitchen is right there. Kitchen right there. And I think this is the living room area. Bedrooms over here. Bedrooms over there. With your toilet. It used to be 4-inch like this for the septic system. Now it looked like a 3-inch over there. And 3-inch there. Oh well. But after this is done, this is the garage right here that you're standing on. This done, they level off and pour about 6 inches of concrete, and that's your foundation. That's the foundation your house will sit on for the rest of its existence. I don't know, for me this is a good location. The size of the house is not as good as big as I would want, but unless you're going second floor, it's a good location because nobody can build besides you on this side. If you're buying this house, the only, for me, negative is the overhead power lines that go both sides of your house, on this side and that side. And these power lines produce a it affects your body. If you look at it generates a signal that spreads out through your house and everywhere. You got a canal here that drains the water. No water will settle around your house, so you're good. And you got trees on this side. Trees on this side is good because anytime a hurricane come by, your house is shielded from this side and this side. The trees on that side are gone, so and your roof may not come off because houses today are built like 150 miles an hour wind. This is what, 300 kilometers, and that in kilometers. Man. But though your roof may not come off, the shingles come off. And lift up the shingles and take them away. Anyway, you keep on walking. I haven't made a video in, well, I have made videos, but I haven't uploaded them. There's the world around us, not so much the world, but the people. Because the earth is not moving very quickly. It takes it time. But when it moves violently. Maybe 20, 30 years before the earth moves. But when it moves quickly. Earthquakes, tornadoes, even hurricanes don't last very long. Maybe 3 or 4 hours and they're gone. They pass by. Earthquakes, 30 seconds. You might still get a little rumbling here and there, but the big one passes by quickly. Yeah, this area has always been more saturated with housing. I'm walking very far today. There's lots of gossip, really, in the paper. What things people are doing and not doing. Lots of that in the paper. Wow, it looks like they're going to work on this side. These flags, they were putting the power, they're taking it down from the post and putting it into the ground. Attempting to keep the power from going off during hurricanes, which is a positive thing. Anyway, lots of gossip, you know. Everybody, not everybody, but they're made to believe that there are two things happening in the world today. One is the war between Iran and the US and Israel. Well, the other war too is connected to that. All the wars are connected to that, really, if you look at them carefully. It's all about maintaining one people's power. And when I talk about one people, I'm not saying America or Britain or this is the people that most of the world believe is God's chosen people. And all of these wars is bringing something together that people think is supposed to happen. You know, we all been told that in the end, the world's going to be destroyed and everybody's going to go to Israel to worship this entity. But it ain't so. The entity is not who you think it is. It's going to rule by the sword. Means that there's no forgiveness. People think it's going to be this is a leisurely walk. And they think it's going to be a man. But it isn't. Yes, there'll be a man who created this thing. But the actual thing is not going to be a man. Be like a man. People don't read properly. It's like the man. It's going to have the same characteristics of the man. It's going to be an animal. Animals don't forgive. It will be an animal. And there is no animal like the one they're creating called AI. Wire number 3. Yep, all these flags are down. Anyway, all the gossip and the Epstein thing is the other one. But people not seeing what's going on in Africa. And I told you that's going to happen. So if you've been looking at these videos I make, listening to what I said, I told you this is going to happen. They're going to come back to Africa. The Europeans didn't come back to make their garden as it's going. But America and Israel is still in there. And you see all the coup d'etats happening in like Gabon and Guinea-Bissau and all. Guess who is behind it? And they're not behind it to get Africans the help that some Africans are crying for. They're there to keep the foot on the neck of Africans. through the leadership that they chose in Africa. You can, but you know, I don't blame them. Who I blame is the African. The African just lay down and accept the wickedness that their leadership do. Seriously. I saw in the news the other day that American troops are in Nigeria and Ghana. The same reason why we got sold into servitude, not even servitude, that wasn't servitude, it's a lifetime of humiliation. The African created that. You were a slave for life. People don't want to accept that, but that's a fact. When you became a slave in Africa, you're a slave for life. Look at Ghana. After you became a slave, any family you have after that couldn't hold the office of a chief or any other office that would have power. And how do you become a slave? Through wars, and the king might determine that, hey, I need a slave, we're going to make you a slave. After that, your life is over. Your family life is over. And in some parts of Africa, it's still going on. You're still a slave for life. So, I have to blame the African. African people, as long as they're happy, you don't care what happened to others, you know? I've seen it myself. And those of you who are not hypocrites, you see it. And you pretend that it doesn't happen. Oh, Africa is so great. Yes, it is. But you don't call out these same things. The wickedness of one man to another. Thinking that, you know, it won't happen to me. They won't come for me. But guess what? Today, America is not America. And the leadership is not getting that money that they get from America and the rest of the European, Caucasian. Guess who's coming for you? That's the way it was before. African preying on Africans. Still like that now. Talking about these things get me a little bit frustrated because with what we call civilization, these things shouldn't be happening. Education, Africans getting educated, these things shouldn't be happening. But it's not. So things gotta change. And the program is already written in religion. All of them have the same framework. And the one that Christianity and the next one, all the Abrahamic religions. You don't own anything. The king owns everything. So when the New World Order, you know, and Burrell said you own nothing, you'll be happy. That's nothing new. Anyway, then listening to all the news and what you call news, Epstein is not the only one. There are several Epsteins. They just want this one to go away so that others can do what they have to do silently. They're keeping the focus on this one so that the others don't come to view. But there's more than one Epstein. Israel don't control governments of the world by what the newspapers write in their reports about how Israel come to your country and helping to build farms and farm properly. No. They're there for one purpose: make you subservient and take whatever they can from you. Africa wasn't enslaved by nice, loving people who wanted to show something. They came with the Bible and took the land, give you the words. Most of the time, lies. But he's still in somebody's church today, somebody's mosque, and somebody's temple, hoping for somebody to save you from the same evil people. The people who do the evil, you're asking them to save you. Peace. Make that make sense. Have a great day wherever you are. Peace.